Hey, Tiny House Summer Camp 5, Orleans, Vermont, September 15th through the 17th. Hands-on. It's the only place where you can eat pizza, build, be a knucklehead, camp out, listen to guest speakers, and so much more all at the same time. Hey, what's up? It's Deek from RelaxShacks.com at the Eatonton, Georgia Tiny House Festival. About an hour outside Georgia. Here with James from Eldon the Bus.
Yes.com,
perhaps?
It is.
So James came over to me earlier, inviting us to check out this bus, and I didn't expect it to be this cool.
Thank you.
We have a lot of people inviting us, like, you're gonna love it. I'm like, I walk in, I'm kind of like polite, like, oh, it's unique. But this is beautiful, from the color scheme
Thank you.
to the implementation of some of the natural wood. Give us the backstory on all of this.
Yeah, so this is a 1988 Chevy school bus. About a year ago we picked it up, and the idea is that Jen's family has an RV, and we always end up at RV parks with their family, and so we're like, hey, instead of staying in yurts and cabins, let's get our own RV. But we were never really satisfied with the design. They always felt like they're from the 80s, even though they're new, and it just wasn't really our style. And so we had learned a little bit more about the skoolie subculture and did some research, and we stumbled upon this bus in McDonough, Georgia. It's like an hour from Atlanta, which is where we're from, and started brainstorming, and we bought the bus with the seats still in it and just went to town, and we're really excited to be able to unveil it here. This is our first show with the bus, so we're excited to have it on the road, and and be able to show you guys a little bit more about what we've done with it.
Now you got a couple of cool features I can see even just walking up this thing. You got a roof deck. You got the skylights. You popped in, retrofitted some skylights here. Yeah. What about insulation? It's a question people ask all the time in the comments of videos, like, how do you insulate a school bus?
Right. Yeah. So we wanted to make sure we're really insulated. We gutted the entire interior, took out the original panels, took out the old insulation, sort of like what you would find in your attic, like R13 fiberglass insulation.
Oh, okay.
And re-added the insulation, kept the metal panels out of it completely, added these tongue and groove wood slats. They're 1/4 inch thick, so we didn't lose much height. We lost a little bit on the floor because we re-insulated the entire floor as well with some insulation, and then under some subfloor and underlayment before the flooring.
Well, you got a lot of people kind of skimp and omit in some cases, insulating the floor, but so much cold air, especially when you're up off the ground, infiltrates from below. And it's no fun to walk on the floor and have your feet freeze to it.
And noise. I mean, we're being on the highway, we wanted to try to deaden that sound as much as we could. So that was huge for us. Some of the other things we really took into account, these are obviously the original windows, so we're going to have custom fitted curtains soon that's going to sort of help with that insulation. We're going to do some
heat retaining curtains in a way.
Exactly.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, and also insulation film on the windows to sort of keep those the style and aesthetic of the original windows there, was still trying to kind of modernize it as best we can.
Gotcha. Now I see a little bathroom nook over here.
Yeah, so we did the bathroom nook. We've got the porta potty curve for now. I know a lot of folks are doing the composting toilets.
Yeah.
This is about 1/10 of the cost, and for our needs, we're doing weekend trips at the moment.
Yeah.
We're gonna, so far so good. We really like the way that's working. We're gonna do an outdoor shower. So if we're dry camping, we'll have hot water on demand for the outdoor shower.
You have one of these that spins through the window. You ever seen in RVs where they have the sink spins around and becomes a shower outside?
That would actually work nicely with that faucet. It would fit perfectly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got a spigot on the outside we'll connect a small hose to and have it sort of hooked right up. Storage is a huge thing, obviously, on a small bus like this, so we really wanted to take that into account, and everything sort of has duality as well. So we've got our couch that kind of pulls into a bed. The bedding from the bed kind of goes into the booth and is sort of hinged storage under the booth for us to kind of hide that during the day. The dresser is also our bar, so
I know, I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I saw that. I'm like, ooh.
I mix cocktails, and I write about cocktails.
Oh, yeah.
And so I wanted that to be a big component of the bus. And
I like this. It's like a custom shelf that fits all your different alcoholic accoutrements.
Exactly, yes. So anything from a Negroni to just whiskey on the rocks, I got you covered.
Okay.
So, yeah, we've been really excited. This is our pup Cilantro, who's also been the co-builder throughout the entire the entire time. So yeah, she's sort of the sidekick along the way.
She's looking at the dead cat windscreen on her camera, thinking it's some chew toy. I gotta say, cutting over here, James.
Yep.
I love that you have these vintage school chairs.
Yeah.
Here as well, because it fits in so well. It is a school bus, and then even over here, the patch collection. It's almost like the camping and almost not Boy Scout, Girl Scout, but stuff like that. Those little pops look so cool.
Yeah. We really wanted it to. We've been collecting these patches along the way, so we magnetized them and hope to someday turn them into the whole kind of back wall. And we're graphic designers and filmmakers, so we want to be able to work here throughout the day or work at the booth that you saw earlier. And have our space from each other, but if we need to work and collaborate, we can.
Okay.
This is our living room too, so the TV that you see kind of swivels wherever you want to put it, and then at night we can pull this into the bed, like I mentioned, and watch the movies.
You guys are so tech savvy. Look at that right there.
I know.
Yeah. No,
we get a lot of the same questions at festivals like this, so we're like, hey, why don't we throw in some facts for people?
When you start losing your voice, we give you the tour. Just point at the screen.
Exactly. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, you certainly have egress here. That's one of the advantages of buses. We were talking about this before. From the start, you have, let's hope, a dry space where you can retrofit the inside and work outward, as opposed to building from scratch and standing in the rain, framing a tiny house. Not only that, but there's a ton of windows. There's a downside, some downsides, but you have your big old egress and back door here as well.
Yeah, and for locking up, it's great. We'll clasp the school doors that the school bus doors you're used to, and we'll come out the back and lock it up from the back, so it's really secure and nice. And that's something that we were really cognizant of, is sort of making the flow easy. We have a light switch in the back, so if we come in the back door, we can pop on a couple lights that weren't
like a three-way.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. The roof deck there, you do all the weld work on that too, or?
We collaborated with an awesome welder in Atlanta. We did built everything ourselves except for the welding and a little bit of the electrical work we had some help with.
If you're going to ask for help on any two departments, those are the ones right there.
Exactly.
Because you can screw those up majorly, especially electrical work, where if things go wrong, you die.
I know. So yeah, we put our trust in those people. And the cool thing about the rooftop deck is it's bolted into the ribs of the bus. It's not welded to the bus itself. So if ever if we have to take it down, or if we want to take it down, we simply take the bolts out and we're good. So it's solid to the frame, but it's removable.
Gotcha. Well, this place is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And what's deceiving about a lot of school buses, the exterior, there's only so much you can do to them. So as I'm approaching it, I've been on a few of these now, it's like, oh, it looks kind of cool. I like the roof deck. You walk inside and wow, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
So you guys have done fantastic work on this.
Thank you very much.
EldonTheBus.com.
Yep.
James, I'm Deek from RelaxShacks.com. Thank you for joining us once again.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.